Hello everyone and welcome to the quants solution for the CAT exam. And without further ado, let us begin with the solutions with question number 1. Coordinate geometry question, which also involves geometry. You have a parallelogram with 3 vertices given, find the 4th vertex. So parallelogram, 3 vertices A, B, C are given. 4th vertex निकालेंगे D. We know that the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect. So let me draw the diagonals. These diagonals meet at the red point. The red point has to be the midpoint of AC also and BD also. Let me use midpoint theorem. So the midpoint theorem according, the coordinates of the red dot are going to be 1 minus 2 upon 2, right? X coordinates add करके upon 2 and same for the y coordinates. 1 plus 8 upon 2. ठीक है? So I get the coordinates as minus 1 by 2 and 9 by 2. These are to be the midpoints of B and D. Let the coordinates of D be A and B. So X coordinate पे monitor करके answer आ जाएगा. A plus 3, that's A and that is 3. A plus 3 upon 2 should give me the X coordinate as minus 1 by 2. 2 gets cancelled. A ka value is minus 4. And therefore the answer is A part for question number 1. Question from permutations and combinations, where you have to distribute some identical items, 20 identical items among 4 different children, such that each child gets some balloons but no child gets an odd number of balloons. ठीक है? So 4 बच्चे हैं, 4 kids. C1, C2, C3, C4 balloons मिले इनको, and that is a total of 20 balloons to be distributed. And all the values are even because no child gets an odd number of balloons, so each child is getting even number of balloons. So I can write these values as even numbers. So let's say 2k1, c1 is equal to 2k1 because even numbers likhne. 2k2, 2k3, 2k4 is equal to 20. To cancel, k1, k2, k3, k4 ka sum is now 10, and these values can be anything now, because if k1 can be anything because 2k1 is going to be an even number. ठीक है? So these are 4 natural numbers, and finally we approach the answer. The number of ways of arranging n identical items into r different groups when each child or each person gets at least one item का formula हमें पता है n minus 1 cr minus 1. That's 10 minus 1 because you have a total of 10 items. C4 minus 1 because you have 4 kids. N items are groups, 10 balloons, 4 people, which gives you 9C3. Calculate 9 factorial, 987 upon 6. 3 factorial is 6. Cancel it out. 3 into 4, 12. 7 into 12 is 84 is the right answer. This was a tough question. Strike to ho. It should strike you that okay, P and C, similar different category. That is the answer for question 2. This is an averages question where we are mixing some items. So we're mixing a mixture. We have a mixture of lemon juice and sugar syrup in equal proportion. So the sugar syrup and lemon juice 50% concentration hai. And if a new mixture is created by adding this mixture and sugar syrup, so you're carrying out some mixing over here, standard alligations process. But alligations का जो एक shorter तरीका होता है solve करने का, that's what we're going to do, and the ratio of mixing is 1/3. So if the ratio of mixing is P upon Q, then we have an equation where the last item is the average of the first mixture, the first item is the average of the second mixture, and the remaining spots are occupied by the average value of the overall new mixture that you have created. ठीक है? This is an existing result and an observation coming out of alligations. ठीक है? So इसको हम बस यूज़ करेंगे अब very quickly. Ratio of mixing is 1/3 is equal to the first mixture has concentration of 50%, तो वो last में आ जाएगा, that's x1 bar. And sugar syrup is the second mixture, that is completely sugar, so that's 100% sugar. And overall new mixture जो बना है उसका average value, let it be x. Average value मतलब the concentration of sugar. So quickly let's solve for x. Cross multiply. obviously it's in percentage cancel, x का value आ जाता है आपका 350.4, that's 87.5% sugar, that means remaining 12.5% water. Question says ratio of sorry, not water, lemon juice. Question says ratio of lemon juice to sugar syrup. Lemon juice is 12.5%, sugar is 87.5%. Percentage cancel, 25.2, 175.2, you get the answer as 1 upon 7, that is D part for question number 3. So it has become very, very, very quick because of the observation that we are using. This is a question on pure algebra. The problem with these kinds of questions is that there's no fixed way of solving them. Thoda sa, there's a little bit of logic and hit and trial involved. So in a pressure situation and exam scenario, you can't be too sure that you've gotten the right answer. So for example, you have two equations given over here. I've taken y common, into x plus z is 19, and the other one I've taken z common, into x plus y is equal to 51. Find the minimum value of x, y, z. Okay? So if you look over here, x, y, z are natural numbers. The product of two numbers is 19. That means, how can you achieve that? 1 into 19. If you take y as 19, then x plus z will become 1, but sum of two natural numbers cannot be 1, which means that I am now 100% sure that y is 1 and x plus z is 19. By pure logic, we have achieved this. Y is 1 and x plus z is 19. Okay? Now I'll write x, y and z separately over here. Y is 1. Okay? Now, what could z be? Z into x plus y is 51. Smallest value of z that I can take is 1. When z is 1, x plus y क्या हो जाएगा? अभी देखते हैं. When z is 1, watch this. When z is 1 and x plus z is 19, then x will become 18, right? So आपका x plus y is turning out to be 18 plus 1, 19, but according to the second equation, x plus y has to be 51. This is not possible. There is a mismatch. So that means z cannot be 1. So now let me try z equal to 3. When z is 3, y is 1 and z is 3. So यहाँ पे out of 19, if z is 3, x turns out to be 16. So 16 plus 1 should be 17, and according to the second equation, when z is 3, x plus y does turn out to be 17. So I have one solution. And x into y into z turns out to be 16 3s are 48, but I don't know, is this the smallest? So from z equal to 3, I try the next possible factor for z, which is 17. Y is 1 and z is 17. So यहाँ पे out of 19, if z is 17, then x becomes 2, and x plus y 2 plus 1 should be 3, and according to the second equation, when z is 17, x plus y will be 3. So this also satisfies the given scenario, and you can see that I've done this by pure hit and trial. Okay? Well, not pure hit and trial, starting में थोड़ा सा logic involved था. So x, y, z according to the first case could be 48, or according to the second case could be 34. Nothing else is possible. So the answer is 34 for question number 4. Quadratic equations. A, B, and C are non-zero real numbers such that b square is less than 4ac, which means b square minus 4ac is less than 0, which means that there are no roots. ठीक है? यहाँ पर this quadratic does not have roots, which means that it will never intersect the x-axis. So what will the graph look like of a quadratic that never intersects the x-axis? ठीक है? It would either be always positive, it's always above the x-axis, it's an upward opening parabola, or it would be always below the x-axis and a downward opening parabola, such that it never ever intersects the x-axis. ठीक है? These are two possibilities for the given condition with no roots, quadratic with no roots. Now, यहाँ पे f of x is always positive for all values, यहाँ पे f of x is always negative for all values. F of x is less than 0. If the set, there's a set of values s of all integers m such that f of m is less than 0, then the set s must necessarily be. So when is the function f of m 0? Question is asking for what values is f of m less than 0. Look at the first case. First case में आपका function less than 0 कब है? When is f of m less than 0? कभी नहीं, never. It is never less than 0 because it is always positive. ठीक है? And in the next case it is always negative. When is f of m less than 0? It is always negative. So therefore, in order to answer this question, या तो आपके set of integers it is empty, it is never going to be possible, या फिर always for all set of values it is going to be negative. So either it is the empty set or the set of all integers. The answer is B part. A question from time speed distance, which is a fixed question type. When two people are moving towards each other, they meet and then they reach their respective destinations, right? So you have two trains A and B traveling towards each other from X and Y. Train A reaches Y in 10 minutes while B takes 9 minutes to reach station X after the meeting. So the formula to be used is Tm square equal to T1 T2. I hope you are familiar with this application. I cannot cover this individually over here. Tm is time of meeting. T1 and T2 is the time taken by the trains after meeting. ठीक है? So now train A reaches station Y in 10 minutes. So the complete journey in 10 minutes means अगर मिलने के लिए Tm है, मिलने के बाद 10 minutes, मिलने के बाद will be 10 minus Tm. ठीक है? मिलने के लिए Tm, मिलने के बाद 10 minus Tm, so total is 10. And train B takes 9 minutes after meeting, right? And that is defined as T2. T1 and T2 is मिलने के बाद का time. So quickly we solve this quadratic. Plus 9Tm minus 90 is equal to 0. Solve the quadratic. Tm is equal to either minus 15 or 6. Obviously it cannot be negative. So the time of meeting for each of the trains is going to be 6 minutes. Then the total time taken by train B takes 9 minutes after meeting. Train B takes 9 minutes after meeting and 6 minutes to meet. So 6 plus 9, 15 is the right answer for question number 6. Next question from averages. The average of 3 integers is 13. So let the 3 integers be A, B and C. A plus B plus C हो जाएगा. 13 into 3, 39. ठीक है? Now when a natural number n is included, then the average becomes an odd integer. So 39 के साथ n include कर दो plus n. Average means upon 4. This is an odd number. Then the minimum possible value of n is just use the options. Just use the options and you are done. So for example, the smallest option is 1. 39 plus 1. 40 upon 4 is 10. That is even. Done. 39 plus 3, next option. 42 upon 4 is 10.5. That's not an integer. Then next is 4. 39 plus 4. 43 upon 4 is 10.75. Not an integer. So the last answer has to be 5. 39 plus 5. 44 upon 4 is 11. 44 upon 4 is 11 is odd. So the answer is C part for question number 7. Question on ratios. You have Pinkies in a queue. Ratio of people standing behind Pinky to ahead of her is 3:5. So K लगा देते हैं. Let's say behind Pinky is 3K. Then there is Pinky and then there are another 5K people in front of her. This is the total number of people and the total number of people is given to be less than 300. ठीक है? Quickly solve. 8K is less than 299. K is less than 37.375. कुछ भी कर लो, K as a constant will be less than 37.375. Find the maximum possible number of people standing ahead of Pinky. Pinky के आगे that is 3K. तो 3K का maximum value turns out to be 3 into 37. That is 111 is the right answer. 111 is the right answer for question number 8. Let's look at this question from Profit and Loss. Ankita buys 4 kg cashews, 14 kg peanuts and 6 kg almonds. When the cost of 7 kg cashews is the same as 30 kg peanuts or 9 kg almonds. So let us equate this cost. सबसे पहले इसको यहाँ लगा देते हैं, ठीक है, ओवर हियर. सो कैश्यूज़ ले लेंगे C, पीनट्स का कॉस्ट पर केजी P, आमंड्स का A ले लेते हैं. सो 7 kg cashews 7C, 30 kg peanuts 30P, 9 kg almonds 9A. Let all of these be equal to the LCM of these values, let's say 630K. So cost of cashews आ गया 630K upon 7, that's 90K. Peanuts आ गया, almonds आ गया. Now how much has been purchased? 4 kg cashews, so 4 into cashews ka cost, that is your 90K. 14 kg peanuts, 14 into cost of peanuts. 6 kg almonds, 6 into cost of almonds, 70K. The total cost price is now 1074K. ठीक है. Now let us place these, थोड़ा सा आगे पीछे करते हैं इसको, ठीक है. Now what did she do? She mixes all the 3 nuts and marks a price for the mixture in order to make a profit of 1752 rupees. What will be the marked price now, or selling price? Selling price is going to be cost price 1074K plus the profit 1752. This is for a total of 14, 6 and 4, 24 kg. 24 kg का selling price आ गया 1074K plus 1752. So you divide by 24 to get the per kg selling price, or in this case the marked price. कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? See, all I have done is that I am trying to find out that she mixes all the 3 nuts and she marks a price. तो एक marked price आने वाला है. She marks a price so that the profit is 1752. ठीक है. In this case the marked price is equal to the selling price because कोई discount की बात हुई नहीं है अभी. So selling price becomes equal to cost price plus profit divided by the weight, which is for 24 kg. This turns out to be 44.75K. यहाँ पे K missing है. 44.75K plus 73. ठीक है. This is the marked price per kg of this particular mixture. 44.75K plus 73. K is missing. ठीक है. Now this is the mixture that is to be sold, total 24 kg. This is the price at which Ankita would like to sell it, but now she actually starts to sell it. She sells 4 kg of the mixture at this marked price. तो 4 kg बेचा at this marked price 44.75K plus 73. इतना 4 kg बेच दिया, and the remaining at a 20% discount on the marked price. So for the remaining 20 kg, this is your 20 kg, this is your marked price, उसका 20% discount देना पड़ेगा. That means 80% will be left. So we have sold the 4 kg. Now we are selling the remaining 20 kg. Remaining 20 kg का ये price है and a 20% discount है. That is what you get, 716K plus 1168. Now what is the total revenue generated? 4 kg का ये रहा and 20 kg का ये रहा. Add both of these. This is the total revenue. 895K plus 1460. This is the total profit, sorry not profit, the sales generated, the revenue. This is the cost price. By selling for this much, which costed this much, the question says that making a total profit of rupees 744. So SP minus CP equal to profit से K का value निकाल लेते हैं फटाफट. There you go. Profit is equal to the revenue. Here is the revenue in equation 2. Minus the cost price 1074K is equal to 744. That is your profit. Solve this, you get the value of K. Then the amount in rupees that she had spent in buying almonds is, almonds कितने खरीदे थे? 6 kg almonds, ठीक है. And almonds का price was 70K. So 6 kg at 70K, K का value is 4. You get 1680 rupees as the amount spent for almonds, right? So सबसे पहले we assumed the LCM. From the LCM we got the individual per kg costs. From there we got the total cost. Then we found the marked price or the selling price in case of no discount. From there we started to sell. 4 kg बेचा, फिर 20 kg बेचा, so total revenue आया. So the total revenue minus cost turned out to be the total profit, which was given as 744. From there you got the value of K, and the amount spent in buying almonds was 6 into 70K. K ka value dala, you get the answer as 1680. And this was a very tough and lengthy question to solve over here. That's question number 9. Answer is C part. This is a question on modulus and plotting of graphs. They have given you a graph mod x plus a plus mod x minus 1 is equal to 2. And you have to find out the largest possible value for a, for which this equation has infinite number of solutions in x. मतलब कि this equation will exist for infinite values of x. तो पहले सबसे बड़ा value we will take for a is 2. The equation becomes mod x plus 2 plus mod x minus 1 is equal to 2. ठीक है, इसको फटाफट प्लॉट करते हैं. दिस इज द अप्रॉक्सीमेट प्लॉटिंग ऑफ अ मॉड्यूलस फंक्शन एज टॉट इन द मॉड्यूलस चैप्टर. क्रिटिकल पॉइंट्स आर -2 and 1. -2 पे वैल्यू फंक्शन का आ जाएगा, -2 + 2 0, -2 -1 -3 का मॉड 3. 3 इधर, 1 पे भी 3 आ जाएगा. जॉइन द डॉट्स. दिस इज योर ग्राफ. For this particular function, the value of the LHS, this is your function. LHS का वैल्यू हमेशा या तो 3 होगा या 3 से बड़ा होगा. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? या 3 होगा या 3 से बड़ा होगा. 2 कभी हो नहीं सकता. And there is no solution. So 2 is gone. We check the next largest option, that is 1. X plus 1 plus x minus 1 का mod is equal to 2. When is it equal to 2? So -1 and 1 पे प्लॉट करेंगे. -1 पे फंक्शन वैल्यू LHS का वैल्यू इज़ 2. 1 पे LHS का वैल्यू इज़ ऑल्सो 2. जॉइन द डॉट्स, ये आपका ग्राफ बन गया. सो इट इज़ ऑलवेज ग्रेटर दैन 2, बट बिटवीन -1 and 1 it is always 2. That means x belongs to values between -1 and 1. These are infinite real number values. Between -1 and 1 कितने real numbers exist? Infinite real numbers exist. So there are infinite solutions for this particular value of a. The answer is C part for question number 10. Standard geometry question. It's a nice question actually. You have a trapezium and AD is parallel to BC. Angle BAD is 90 degrees. ये 90 degree बना दिया. And let's make the parallel sides. BC is parallel to AD. BC 3 दे दिया है. Let me make a perpendicular over here, and AD is 8. So when AD is 8, so BC के सामने वाला side will also become 3 because it becomes a rectangle, and the remaining becomes 5 because total is 8, right? Total 8 है. Now perimeter is given as 36, but I don't know these two sides. I just know that यहाँ पे Pythagoras theorem लग सकता है. And I just know that these two sides are equal, and using Pythagoras I can get h square plus 25 ka square root, but that would become a little complicated to solve. So then I remembered that there is a Pythagorean triplet 5 12 13 with 5 as one of the sides. There is a Pythagorean triplet where 5 is one of the shorter sides. तो मैंने सोचा इसको ट्राई करके देखते हैं. Let me put the other side as 5 12 13 करते हैं. 12 इधर and the hypotenuse 13. So I quickly added all the sides perimeter के लिए. 3 plus 13 plus 8 plus 12, and I found that it's 36. 36 is the perimeter. That means my tukka, which came from a well-known Pythagorean triplet, for the altitude to be 12 is correct. So area आ जाएगा half sum of parallel sides 3 plus 8 into 12. The answer is 66 for question number 11.